developing news in the investigation into classified documents found at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort.
We've learned federal prosecutors are using a grand jury here in South Florida as part of the probe. Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly is live in Miami to tell us about the witness spotted walking into the federal courthouse today. Trent.
So, Alexis and Christy, that federal grand jury meeting here at the Wilkie D. Ferguson Federal Courthouse in downtown Miami this morning, where they've reportedly been hearing testimony from several witnesses over the past few weeks, the most recent one happening just this morning. Take a look at this new video. Cameras capturing former Trump aide and spokesperson Taylor Budowich walking into federal court here earlier today along with his attorney. Budowich testifying before the grand jury today as part of special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into former President Trump's handling of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. Now, according to multiple reports, it appears Smith's investigation may be entering its final stages nearly 10 months after federal officials raided Trump's Palm Beach estate. Up to this point, Smith has relied on another federal grand jury meeting in Washington, D.C. to help him hear and gather evidence in this case. News of this second grand jury convening here in Miami just becoming public last night, with the reason behind it still unclear. Former prosecutor David Weinstein telling the one and only earlier today that while this move may be unusual, it is not unprecedented, adding it's possible these two grand juries may be working in conjunction with one another. Take a listen.
The mandate that's been given to the special prosecutor in the order signed by the Attorney General allows him to investigate this case in the District of Columbia, any other districts in the country, and also to refer investigations out to U.S. attorneys' offices in other districts. And so it may simply be convenience for witnesses who are located in South Florida, potentially government employees, who it would be easier to just bring them into a grand jury down here. It could also have something to do with the jurisdiction or the venue where the charges have arisen from.
Yeah, new at noon, Budowich did post a statement on his Twitter account within the last 45 minutes reacting to his testimony here today, saying in part, quote, "In what can only be described as a bogus and deeply troubling effort to use the power of government to get Trump, I fulfilled a legal obligation to testify in front of a federal grand jury, and I answered every question honestly." He went on to say America has become a sick and broken nation, a decline led by Joe Biden and power-hungry Democrats. I will not be intimidated by this weaponization of government. Back out here live again, that grand jury continuing to meet here at the federal courthouse in downtown Miami. At this point, though, it's not clear exactly how long they will be convening here. It's also not clear if they plan to hear from any additional witnesses in this case. Of course, we'll monitor this developing situation and bring you any additional developments that we learn of. For now, that is the very latest live here from the federal courthouse in downtown Miami. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.